Welcome back to Lifestyle Nutrition with Brian Diamond, and today it's episode 7 of the People's Choice. Alright, so today I'm going to answer Chenti's second question that goes like this. Do protein supplements do more harm than good in the long run? Well, first, I want to clear something up. Why this question is asked a lot of times, I've been asked a lot of times this question in real life and online as well, in the gym, in college, in class, at work. I've been asked this a lot of times by a lot of people, and that's because a lot of people are scared that they're gonna, I don't know what they've heard, what they've read online, and sometimes they say, oh, protein is bad for your kidneys and all of that stuff. Not true, but again, it's subjective. It's very subjective. So let me tell you, for the general population, for apparently healthy individuals, what it's like. So this is how it is. Now, first, I want to let you know that most of the time when this question is asked, it's coming from a place that, oh, protein supplements are made in a factory and it's not real protein, it's not real meat, it's not real eggs, it's not real blah, 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 blah. Whatever. That's one of the reasons why most people ask this question. Let me tell you what reality is. So, protein supplements are all natural. For example, let's say whey. Whey is derived from milk. It's made out of milk. So, it's extracted from milk, and from milk you get whey supplements, whey protein. Now, to go into the part about supplements, supplements are only necessary if you cannot acquire enough protein from your nutrition that you consume, the physical food that you consume, the food, the whole foods. If your daily nutrition, if your lifestyle, culture, tradition, religion does not allow you to consume enough protein because of various factors, then and only then you need to go for supplements. Or if you have no time to cook and eat, or if you're always on the move, then and only then would you need protein supplements or protein powders or protein shakes or whatever. You don't need them otherwise. That's the only reason. If you're eating a balanced nutritional intake of a lot of dairy, a lot of eggs, meat, poultry, fish, that's more than enough. You don't need to get protein supplements. So that's the only reason supplements are existing, to help you supplement your nutrition when you cannot get it from your whole foods. So if you cannot get your protein targets hit by consuming whole foods, then supplements come into the picture. Otherwise, no. So now that that's done, do protein supplements cause more harm than good in the long run? So for this, I need to give you a different kind of an analogy. So the analogy is this. So let's take rice. A lot of people on earth eat rice, and rice is a staple in many nations, and everybody loves rice. I love rice. You probably love rice too, but I don't know. I don't want to assume. So now rice is good, but too much rice is not good. It's bad. So it's again subjective. It's 50-50. So if you eat rice just the amount that you require, that gives you the amount of carbohydrates that you require on a daily basis, then that's totally fine. Eat as much rice as you want, right? As long as you're getting your other macronutrients as well. And if you don't know what macronutrients are, click this card and find out. So rice is basically carbohydrates, and carbohydrates are basically energy. Carbohydrates are instant energy. So if you want to know what carbohydrates are, click this card and find out. Now, if you eat way too much rice and that increases your calories by a lot, then you start to gain weight, because you will be unknowingly putting yourself in a calorie surplus. Alright, so now because of this, if you don't keep this in check, if you don't regularly monitor your nutrition, if you don't regularly monitor your weight, if you don't manage your weight, forget about weight loss. If you don't manage and maintain a healthy weight, then it's going to get worse and worse and worse. So to learn how to manage your own weight and how to monitor your weight, please watch this card, which is self-monitoring. Now, this entire thing, what happens is when you eat too much, you gain too much weight. When you gain too much weight, you become obese. When you're obese, you are at risk for so many diseases like cardiovascular disease, heart disease, and osteoporosis, so many things, because you're inactive. So that's not good. So the same way, if you consume protein supplements in the right amounts just to supplement your nutrition, you get your fiber, you get your fat, you get your carbohydrates, you're within your calorie budget for the day. If you are in a calorie deficit, then protein supplements, you can have them for the rest of your life until the day you die. It does not matter. However, if you're only drinking protein supplements 1 day, 2 day, 1 week, maybe that's fine. But if you do this in the long run, then they do more harm than good. Otherwise, they're totally fine. For coaching inquiries, you can call me on my cell phone, send me a text on WhatsApp, or you can can also send me an email if that's what you prefer, and we'll take it ahead from there. And I'll also put these details down in the description below, so be sure to check them out. If you subscribe to this channel, what you can expect is weekly videos on nutrition, weight loss,
Tips
and tricks on how to attain sustainable weight loss and how to maintain that weight loss once you achieve your goal. So, what are you waiting for? Subscribe! Thank you so much for watching. Have a nice day, and I will see you in the next one.